Hello my dear students. Today we are going to learn lesson number 4.4 My Financial Career. In this means yesterday we have seen the writer went in the bank to open the saving account. But when he went there, that time he feel very nervous because banks, all the clerk or all the bank people, they rattle to the writer, and because of that writer feel very nervous. And then he went up to the wicket where there is written the accountant, and he said that the accountant was a tall and cool devil. Okay. And when writer asked, can I see the manager, and that time instantly he said Miss Alone. But writer should have avoided the words alone in his request. Okay, means while requesting to the manager, he said the word alone, but he want to avoid this word alone. And that time writer, the manager was very grave person, calm man, and when writer take his $56 from his pocket, then what happened? And he asked, "Are you the manager?" Means writer asked to the manager, "Are you the manager?" God knows I didn't doubt it, because writer thought that I didn't doubt it. "Yes," he said. "Can I see you?" I asked alone. And writer again said this word alone, but he should be avoided this word, because he is going to request to the that person accountant. I didn't want it to say alone again, but without it the thing seemed self-evident. But without it means this thing is obviously true. Okay, obviously come in his while talking. The manager looked at me in some alarm, and when he said alone, that time means that manager notice of his approach of notice to the writer was very he looked at the writer very approachly. Okay, with the help with some of the approach, he felt that I had an awful secret to reveal. And that time when writer said that word alone, that time manager thought that he want to tell something secret to, he come there to reveal, to display some secret which was hidden. Okay, some secret which was hidden. Come in here, he said. Miss Manager tell him, come in here, and led the way to a private room. And they went, writer and the manager, they went in the private room. He turned the key, and we are safe. He locked the door of this room, and he said we are safe from interruption here. Means no one can interrupt here to us. And he said to writer, sit there. We both sat down and looked at one another. I found and no voice to speak, and they both were sat down in the room, and they looked at one another. And that time writer found that there was no voice. What you want to speak, he don't understand. You are one of the Pinkerton's men, I presume, he said. And that time manager speak to the writer and said, you are one of the Pinkerton's man. Pinkerton's is a detective agency. Okay, Pinkerton is a detective agency which is founded by Alan Pinkerton. Means the name of the person is Alan Pinkerton. Means he was born in 1899 and died in 1884. And this detective agency is in Switzerland. Okay, means that name of the detective agency is Pinkerton. And because of that writer, that manager thought that writer was the man of Pinkerton detective agency. I presume means to lay claim, means writer claim Okay, means that manager claimed that he was the writer or the man of Pinkerton. You are one of the Pinkerton men, I presume. Means that manager was presumed, or that manager was claimed there he was the man of Pinkerton. He had gathered from my mysterious manner that I was a detective. Means he had gathered, means he thought that, manager thought that he was a Pinkerton, means he was a detective, okay, of the Pinkerton. And mysterious means difficult to, because whatever the writer's movements are there, it was very difficult to understand. Okay, difficult to, mysterious manner means difficult to understand, and that's why that manager thought that a writer was a detective. I knew what he was thinking and it made me worse. And writer knew that what the manager was thinking, and because of that writer made means feel very bad there. No, not from Pinkerton's, I said. And writer said that he was not from the Pinkerton, means detective agency. Means he was not a detective, he said to manager, seeming to imply that I came from a rival agency. And he said, means I am he want to seem that he was came from the rival agency. Rival means any company's agency. He came from the company's agency. To tell the truth, I went on as if I had been prompted to lie about it. And he was means going to tell the truth. What the truth? He was not the man of Pinkerton. Okay. And if they thought that he was a detective, then there will be a, means writer thought that maybe there will be a create the problem. I am not a detective at all. I have come to open an account. And he said, I am not the man of detective. Means he is came there for to open an account. He explained, means writer explained to the manager, I intend to keep all my money in this bank. And writer said that my intention is that to keep whatever my money is, to keep this money safe in the bank in saving account. The manager looked relieved, and after that manager feel relieved, means he feel relaxed, but still serious. But he still now also he was serious. He concluded now that I was a son of Baron Rothschild, and that time means manager thought that the writer was the son of Baron Rothschild. Rothschild means he was the wealthiest and most influential man in this period of time. Okay, मीन्स जो मैनेजर ने सोचा था कि राइटर बहुत ही रिच पर्सन है, जो कि बैरन रॉकचाइल्ड जो वेल्दियस्ट पर्सन उस टाइम के थे उसके सन है, और यंग गोल्ड, और ही मीन्स ऑल्सो मैनेजर थॉट दैट ही वॉज द रिचेस्ट मैन ऑफ दैट टाइम. ओके, young gold means richest person, richest man. Okay, and Baron Rothschild is the name of the person who is the wealthiest person in Switzerland in that time. A large account, I suppose, he said. And you want to open an account, and maybe you want to save more money. Means that manager thought that राइटर के पास बहुत सारे मनी है और उसको सेव करने, बैंक अकाउंट में सेव करने. Because he thought that first he was the son of Baron Rothschild, or he was maybe assumed that he was a rich person, and that's why means manager thought that he want to save a large amount in the bank. Fairly large, I whisper. I propose a deposit $56 now and $50 a month regularly. And writer also said that fairly, maybe it's the fairly large amount I want to save in the bank. But that time means, and writer explained that he want to deposit $56 only and $50 a month regularly, and means in that time he want to save $56, and next month regularly he want to save $50. The manager got up and opened the door. He called to the accountant. And manager got up and he opened and he called to the accountant. Mr. Montgomery, he said. Means the name of the accountant was Mr. Montgomery. Unkindly loud. Means he said very unkindly. This gentleman is opening an account. He will deposit $56. Okay, and manager said to the Mr. Montgomery, who was the accountant, he said to that person, means writer want to save, means open an account and he want to deposit $56. And he said to manager said to that accountant, good morning. I rose and writer rose, means writer moved from this room. A big iron door stood open at the side of the room, and that big door of the room was open, big door was open there. And good morning, I said, and writer went there, the side of the room, and there was, he said, good morning, and stepped into the safe. Come out, said the manager coldly. And that time that manager said to the writer very coldly, come out. Why that writer that manager said very coldly to come out? Because narrator said that he wanted to speak to the manager alone. And that manager thought that the narrator was a detective who had come to find out something. And when the writer said that he was not a detective but he had come to open an account, that time manager thought that he was a very rich man who could deposit a lot of money in the bank. But when the writer mentioned he wanted to deposit the miserable sum of $56, that time manager got very angry and spoke coldly to him for having wasted his precious time, because the manager thought that that writer was wasted his precious time, and that time manager got angry and he spoke very coldly to the writer. Okay, tomorrow we will continue the next part of the lesson. Thank you.